On this edition of NESCom Connection, we bring you the latest news on the Aaron Hernandez trial.
We take a look at Hillary Clinton running for president, and Chris Footer takes an inside look at Herman Mountain. It's Friday, April 17th, and NESCom Connection starts right now.
From the campus of Husson University, this is your NESCom Connection.
Hello, everyone. I'm Leah Labree.
And I'm Jordan Cust. Former NFL Pro Bowler Aaron Hernandez is going to prison for the rest of his life. A jury found the football star guilty of first-degree murder in the death of Odin Lloyd. Ryan Nobles has the story.
Nearly 2 years after the death of Odin Lloyd, a jury in Fall River, Massachusetts rendered their verdict. It was the culmination of a trial that spanned more than 3 months and included more than 130 witnesses. Jurors had to comb through an extensive amount of circumstantial evidence. When it came time to deliberate, they were able to reach a unanimous verdict. Deliberations took place under intense media scrutiny because of Hernandez's high-profile status as a star of the NFL's New England Patriots. In the end, Bristol County District Attorney Thomas Quinn said Hernandez's celebrity did not matter to the jury. The verdict was the one Odin Lloyd's family was hoping for. But when it was her chance to speak to the court, Odin's mother, Ursula Ward, used her time to forgive her son's convicted killer. The judge only had one option when it came to sentencing, and that was life in prison without the possibility of parole, marking the end of a saga that saw a football star at the height of his fame dramatically fall from grace and now sentenced to spend the rest of his life in a jail cell. In Washington, I'm Ryan Nobles reporting.
After years of speculation, Hillary Clinton made it official this week and has entered the race for president in 2016. The announcement was not surprising, but it is not without controversy. CNN's Sunlan Sarfati reports.
Hillary Clinton came up short in 2008. But is now officially getting into the ring again. She's spent decades in public life as a former First Lady, U.S. Senator, Secretary of State, and enters the race with a big head start. A recent CNN ORC poll in March showed Clinton clobbering every top potential Republican candidate in a head-to-head matchup. Democrats expect her to have an easy ride to the nomination, but there will be some opposition from other Democrats like Bernie Sanders, Jim Webb, and Martin O'Malley. Meanwhile, anti-Clinton groups are already lining up and Republicans are piling on. The first punches in what will most likely be a bruising fight.
This is Clinton's second time running for president. If elected, she would be the first female president in U.S. history.
When we come back, Chris Footer will join us to take a special look at Herman Mountain.
We'll also see how Boston is preparing for the anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombing. Stay tuned.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. and move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Homemade noodles. Oh. Marty, stop it. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It reminds me, I've been thinking maybe we should try a new form of birth control. I heard about this one. It's called the IUD, intrauterine device. Or we could try the patch on your arm. Actually, I think that one goes in your butt.
Bedsider.org has birth control information and a lot more. And it's...
What do you think, then? Arm or the butt?
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Herman Mountain is a well-loved ski area. However, even the best small businesses feel the squeeze. NESCom reporter Chris Footer joins us from the newsroom with more on that story.
Herman Mountain's small ski area is a place every skier and rider can enjoy, but like other small businesses, sometimes it's hard to keep things running.
Herman Mountain has been home to local skiers and snowboarders for decades. People come out to enjoy the fresh snow and the family-friendly atmosphere that the mountain has to offer. However, although the snow may be in great condition, sometimes a small family-owned business struggles to keep up. Owner Bill Whitcomb is no different.
There was one summer that we had to go to the bank and settled with, well, if you can make the interest payments, we'll let you put everything on the other end. I mean, reality in a small local business, it's always a struggle. It's always a struggle. But if it was easy, everybody'd have one.
There was even a point when Whitcomb reluctantly had to sit down with his family to decide to sell the mountain or to keep it going.
We had a vote. We had a family vote. Fortunately, it was 3-1 and the wife lost. But
Whitcomb says being a small business can be difficult, but there is little something different about being involved in the ski industry.
I think it's any type of business, but the ski business, once you get in, I guess you just don't ever quite figure how you'd get out. You know, you don't want to. It's something you're proud of. And
for Whitcomb, he made it through the struggles, and it looks like his family will keep the tradition alive.
Well, fortunately, they are interested. The kids will be taking over fairly soon, actually, you know. Time flies. Not that we'll be quitting, but they already are taking over a lot of stuff, but we're lucky that way.
Although it goes through its ups and downs, as long as there is snow on Herman Mountain, the skiers and riders will come.
It's nice to see that the slopes are full, even when times are a little tougher than normal.
Chris, are there any secrets to Herman Mountain's success?
Well, as Bill explained to me, there's a lot of hard work keeping his business running. Many late, sleepless nights make it hard for him, but the most important thing for the Whitcombs keeping things afloat is the tremendous community support that he gets from everyone in the area. Back to you, Jordan.
Thanks, Chris.
A man who was able to survive the Holocaust as a soldier in the Soviet army found himself facing another war decades later, this time in Ukraine. He survived some of the most intense fighting there, but eventually he had to get out. CNN's Oren Lieberman met this brave man at his new home just outside of Tel Aviv.
One war was enough for Gregory Margolin. Now 87 years old, he was just a 16-year-old Jewish recruit when he fought in the Soviet Red Army. His granddaughter Leora still marvels at the medals he wears and the fact that he survived. As he fought the Nazis, his family fled. I did not show that I was Jewish, he says. But it did not matter because people were being killed left and right all around me. Margolin was a sniper who rose to be a commander in the army. Suffering from the onset of Alzheimer's, he struggles to remember his own story sometimes, but he remembers the horrors he saw. The Nazis would have erased us from the face of the earth, he says. They attacked us, and we fought back. After the war, Margolin settled in Donetsk in eastern Ukraine until decades later he found himself, once again, in the middle of a war. A missile fell and the house was destroyed. We were attacked, he says. A missile fell. I remember. The family lived near the Donetsk airport, near some of the most intense fighting in eastern Ukraine as pro-Russian separatists battled the Ukrainian army. Margolin, who had survived one war, was able to survive another, even when a stray missile hit his house. It spared him, but killed his daughter Ira, Leora's aunt. Now it was Margolin's turn to flee. The moment it happened, we decided that's it. Here and now, we're moving to Israel, she says. This is the safest place. Margolin's story can be difficult for him to remember, but impossible for his family to forget. After we spoke, I said two of the only words I know in Russian. Grandfather, thank you.
Boston is preparing to mark the second anniversary of the Boston Marathon bombings. The city honored victims with a day of service and kindness. There was a moment of silence at 2:49 p.m., which was exactly 2 years after the first of two bombs exploded at the finish line. And as Kate Merrill reports, Boston is asking people to perform an act of kindness for one Boston day.
Just a small and touching symbol, a blue and yellow strand of knit flowers marking the two spots where the bombs went off exactly 2 years ago on Wednesday.
I think no matter what, it's going to be an exhausting day, an emotional day.
An anniversary still so tough for so many, like Patrick Downs and his wife Jess. Both lost legs in the blast on April 15th. But now that date is getting a new meaning, one Boston day.
It's a wonderful contrast, a striking contrast to all the terror that happened on that day. And I hope we can continue to think of it as a day of community and giving back to one another.
It is now a day to give back, volunteer and do good, like the Hyatt Hotel near downtown Crossing. They're collecting shoes for the St. Francis Homeless Shelter. All across the city, the mayor is hoping people and businesses will take part just because.
Asking people throughout the city of Boston to, take what was a very sad day and turn it into a very positive.
But for survivor Brittany Loring, April 15th is tough. She couldn't come back last year, but now this year she's at Boston College talking about what happened to her on a panel led by our own Paula Eben. Loring says she is finally ready to take back the date. She loves the whole idea, helping to not only heal, but to grow.
I was really happy to hear them put a positive spin on it, and I don't know, I'm thrilled about it.
Alyssa Thurlow joins us now. Alyssa, what's going on in the world of sports?
Well, Jordan, I will have your updates on Husson sports as well as your Red Sox, Bruins, and Celtics news. Stay tuned.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Alyssa Thurlow with sports. After a long winter, the Husson softball team has been anxiously waiting to step onto Oakey Field, and lucky for them, they got their wish. The Lady Eagles swept a North Atlantic Conference doubleheader from the visiting Beavers of UMaine Farmington on Wednesday. It was all about pitching in this one as Kayla Merrill pitched a no-hitter in 5 innings. Chelsea Brennan added to the Eagles' offense with a 3-run home run to lead the team 4-0 in the first inning. The Lady Eagles would score 11 runs to finish off the first one. In Game 2, the Eagles got an early lead as Lindsay Merrill would hit a sacrifice bunt to bring in her sister Kayla. Husson will finish this one 6-1. The Lady Eagles will be on the road this weekend as they face NEC rival Castleton in a doubleheader on Saturday. It was senior night at the Winkin Complex on Tuesday as Husson baseball split a doubleheader with Bowdoin College. It was all about pitching in the first game as Dennis O'Neill threw the first 8 innings and Steve Hanscom pitched a perfect 9th inning, giving him his first career win. Husson finishes the first game in 9 innings with a final of 1-0. In Game 2, the Polar Bears took the lead early in the first inning, and Husson would bounce back in the bottom of the first. The Eagles will come up short in this one with a final of 11-5. Husson will be back in action on Saturday as they travel to Vermont for an NEC matchup against Linden State. The baseball team is flying high this season. The Eagles are 18-12 overall and have dominated conference play, dropping only 3 out of 16 games. NESCom sports reporter Nick Blaszczak joins us live from the newsroom with more. Nick?
The Eagles are focused on taking care of business in order to host the conference championship. Moving forward, Husson will need to strike a balance between resting key players with the desire for a first-place finish. Head coach Jason Harvey knows it will be a bumpy ride to the end, but he feels the experience will prepare the team for big games. The Eagles round out their season with a 10-game road trip starting on Saturday at Linden State. Alyssa?
Nick, what did Harvey have to say about seniors Dennis O'Neill and Brandon Gendro?
Coach Harvey commended the veterans' leadership and love for the game, saying the 2 individuals love to play the game, are competitive, and play for fun. O'Neill and Gendro have played in conference championships throughout their Husson careers, and after falling to the rivaling Castleton in last season's title match, look for redemption this season and are trying to claw their way back to glory. Alyssa, back to you.
Okay, Nick, thank you for that report. Staying with baseball now, as the Boston Red Sox are trying for their 3-game sweep against the Washington Nationals. We'll pick it up in the third, as the score is tied 2-2 as National shortstop Ian Desmond hits a solo homer to left field. Nationals will be up by 1. Wilson Ramo will step up to the plate. He cranks it to left, clearing the bases and leading the Nationals 6-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th as Red Sox Hanley Ramirez picks it up for the Sox with a 2-run home run to left field, scoring off Gio Gonzalez, bringing in Dustin Pedroia. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th as the Nationals lead 6-5. Nationals pitcher had quite the day, striking out 3 of Red Sox best batters, Mike Napoli, Flying Hawaiian, Shane Victorino, and Xander Bogaerts, all looking to end the inning. Sox will leave this one with a loss of 10-5. They are back in action tonight as they start a 4-game series with the Orioles. First pitch is scheduled for 7:10. Now that the Bruin season is officially over, it is time to do some spring cleaning. General Manager Peter Chiarelli is leaving the organization after 9 seasons. The Bruins taper off the season with only 41 wins, finishing 2 points shy of a playoff berth after missing the playoff for the first time in 7 years. Chiarelli earned a Stanley Cup championship in 2011 and a President's Trophy in the 2012-2013 season. An interim GM will not be named, but Coach Claude Julien and the rest of the staff will remain at this time. We'll head over to the hardwood now as the Celtics take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Point guard Michael Carter-Williams hustles after the loose ball and gets the drink spilled on him. We pick it up in the third as the Celtics are leading by 5. Ersan Ilyasova hits the three-pointer. Celtics now up by 2. We'll head to the fourth quarter where the Celtics still lead as Luigi Datome hits up hitting another three-pointer. Celtics up by 6. Datome does it again. This time he'll drive in, finish with a lay-in. Celtics up by 5. The Celtics will take on the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 1 of the playoffs on Sunday. Tip-off is at 3 o'clock. When we come back, Alex will have your local weather forecast, so stay tuned.
Heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Want your education to look like this? Or this? The New England School of Communications. Your passion, our experience, your future. Visit us online at NESCom.edu.
Alex Nivus joins us now with the weather. Alex, what's it going to look like for the weather for this weekend?
Well, we've had some beautiful spring weather this week, but unfortunately it looks like things are going to change, Leah, as we take a look at our tower cam here. Beautiful out right now. It did rain here at Husson University probably about around 10:30 this morning, but it didn't last long. As you can see, the sun is shining beautifully right now. Take a look at some temperatures around Maine. It's 43 degrees in Holton. Eastport 46, right here in Bangor is 49 degrees. Augusta 46, and down in Portland is 50 degrees right now, so it's looking nice down there. Take a look at the national weather map. You can see Maine is part of a little section that looks like we're going to get some rain, as it is supposed to rain a little bit at some point this afternoon. At least there is a chance as we take a look at what's coming up tonight. Partly cloudy, little chance of rain perhaps, and some light wind. Low temperature will be around 37 degrees. Tomorrow we're looking at increasing clouds with temperatures probably in the mid-50s or so. And as we take a look at the 5-day forecast, chance of showers tomorrow perhaps with the increasing clouds, temperatures in the mid-50s. Sunday, sun does come back, temperatures stay right in that mid-50 area. Monday's sunny as well with temperatures up in the 50s. Tuesday it cools down a little bit, however, and temperatures drop down into the 40s. So as you can see, Leah and Jordan, it looks like we have some rain coming in, unfortunately.
Okay, looks like we're going to become best friends with our umbrellas.
That's right.
Thank you, Alex. Coming up after the break, we are going to have a diploma for a 103-year-old old lady. Stay tuned.
Want your education to look like this? Or this? The New England School of Communications. Your passion, our experience, your future. Visit us online at NESCom.edu.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
A 103-year-old woman is proving that you're never too old to make your dreams come true. Marie Hunt received her high school diploma this week in Wisconsin. She was forced to drop out in school in the 8th grade to help take care of 8 younger siblings. When Hunt told her hospice nurse her story, the nurse worked with officials to make her dream come true.
Something I always wanted to do, and I always wanted, and I didn't have the opportunity to go. And now, 100 years later, here I am.
No word yet on if Hunt will continue with her higher education.
It would be really great if she went on to get at least an associate's or a bachelor's.
I would love to see her get a bachelor's degree. That would be really great.
How old would she have to be?
I don't know about any of you, but when I graduated high school, I was the 6th oldest person in my class, so I sure felt 103 years old. I mean, it was a long time ago.
I don't know, most of us would be lucky to live to be 103, so that's quite an accomplishment.
It is.
It makes you wonder if all her siblings are around to see her get her diploma.
That would be great. I hope they are.
Yeah, that would be great.
Grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
Mm-hmm. Well, that wraps up this edition of NESCom Connection. I'm Jordan Cust.
And I'm Leah Labree.